Hello and welcome back to Chatty TV Junkie. I'm your TV Junkie, Wendy, and thank you for everyone who has subscribed. The channel is growing and that makes me very happy. So if you have not done yet, hit that subscribe button below, give me a big thumbs up, and hit that bell notification so you know when I upload. I cover a lot of different shows. Lately, I've been focused on the Golden Bachelor because we do have a wedding coming up in January 4th. And then I've also been doing a lot of the Housewives. I'll talk a little bit tonight about the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills because that was on last night and I did watch it. Okay, first off, we're going to talk about an article that I literally just found on Us. Some of it we've covered already, like in my last video. It is called The Golden Bachelor. Producers are here for Bachelorette and Paradise spinoffs. And we've talked about this, how The Bachelorette, I think that they're going to announce it sooner than later, probably not until after the next Bachelor runs in January with one of the younger guys. And for Bachelor in Paradise, we actually need more people. We've only had one Bachelor, and by this time, there's so many people in Bachelor Nation with the younger group that they have people to pull from, and they don't only have people to pull from there. I also don't see them doing it on a beach in Mexico with no air conditioning in any of the rooms. So I think they're gonna have to try somewhere else. Like we talked before, they could go to Scottsdale or go to a spa there, maybe Boca Raton or somewhere here in Florida. So yeah, but they are definitely wanting to do that. Now, one of the things that they asked the panel of who they thought would be good matches for the Bachelorette. One name did not come up that I think should be. The discussion of the audience was shouting out suggestions of who would be a good lead. They yelled out Leslie. She was the second runner-up. If she was healed by then yes, I think she would be a good one. Faith, I think Faith would be great. Ellen, everyone has been talking about Ellen. I think she would be great also. They also mentioned Joan. I think Joan looks like a sweet lady and she's extremely pretty, but I'm not sure she has the personality to carry a whole show because she's a little bit more subdued than the other girls and she was a little shy, but good choice, but wouldn't be my top pick. The other one they mentioned was Sandra. Sandra is a hoot. She was really funny and she would also be good, but you know who I think would be the best? Susan. That's the one that looks like Kris Kardashian. She was so nice the whole time, was never jealous. She actually helped the women get ready for their dates, did their hair. I mean, I just love that she's such a kind person and she's got a great personality. So I think she would be a good match. Who do you think would be a good person for Bachelorette? Leave the comments below if you have another name that they didn't mention. But I thought that was pretty interesting that they're throwing out names there. This was part of a showing that they did in New York City on Monday of The Bachelor, where the producers were there, Teresa and Geary were there. So yeah, but they asked the audience, and I'm just finding about now, that's in the Us Weekly. If you just Google it, you'll find the brand new article that was just released. Okay, so next up, we are going to talk about the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. It aired last night, and last night we found out on the show, I kind of already knew by looking ahead, but just by going on Instagram and knowing some of the story. But Kyle met with a counselor to talk about why she is so upset and everything. And she lost one of her childhood friends to suicide. So she didn't see it coming. She said everything was fine. They actually cut to some video that she's been in the show. We wouldn't have known who she was because they didn't really introduce her, but she's been to some of Kyle's parties and they showed photographs of them as kids. They grew up together and she said there were absolutely no signs. Had I known, obviously I would have helped her, but I literally had no sign. And unfortunately, depression sometimes reels itself that way. I know two people where we thought they were perfectly fine, didn't see it coming at all. And you're like, it's almost, makes you speechless because you just don't know what was going through their head. Another example of this was Ellen's DJ Twitch. We all thought he had it. I mean, he had a family, a great wife, a great job, and we had no idea he was suffering. I actually saw a video today of Ellen DeGeneres. It was his 1 year anniversary of his death today, and she said, you just never know what's going on with someone. She said, I thought I knew him really well. We were friends. We were friends outside of the show. And I had no idea. So that's kind of what Kyle's going through. She had no idea her friend was going through anything. And so between that and then the fighting with her sister, Kathy, and so speaking of sisters, Sutton last week threw a shot at Kyle about how she doesn't have relationships with her sisters. Well, Kyle purposely brought Kim with her to Sutton's event to show solidarity. And even Sutton says, well, I know why she brought her sister. Well, yeah, she wanted to show you that she is friends with her sister, you know? And it was still not such a nice shot that Sutton gave her the last week. But then the other things that happened on this episode is that, which we kind of already know if you've been reading the news, is that Erika Jayne, she got a Las Vegas residency. Her shows have been running since September, and they go through the end of this month. And then I guess they'll have to reissue a contract if she decides to do it again, or if they decide to offer it for her again. But that's really nice. She's actually changed this season. She's been not throwing daggers. It's been Sutton this season. And she's been calm and taking everything in and responding. And I've always liked Erika Jayne. And, you know, what happened with her and her ex is just horrible. And if you go back to old episodes of her husband, he was really mean to her in public. And it was not nice. So, and now, you know, we know that he's got dementia and he's a lot older than her. I think he's like 20 or 30 years older than her. But yeah, I love Erika Jayne this season. So seeing her get a residency after everything she's been through was really nice. And also at the event, Dorit went up to Crystal because apparently Crystal said something to Sutton. And Dorit was like, she hasn't said anything in the last few seasons. And all of a sudden she's got a mouth. So Crystal is actually speaking her mind these days. So she was just having a discussion with Dorit. Dorit's outfit was on point. I love the way she dresses. I absolutely love. I mean, I'm wearing a hat tonight to dinner, so I decided to wear a hat on camera. But yeah, I love the way Dorit dresses. I can't afford her wardrobe, but you know, you can always find dupes. I love finding dupes. And I also like vintage shopping, which is where this hat is from. So yeah, but it was a good show. And other than that, there wasn't really anything that really stuck out to me as far as that show goes. Oh, the other thing that happened on the show last night is it was the first time that we saw Morgan. That is Kyle's best friend, her new best friend. There has been speculation that she has been in a relationship with her. It's not confirmed. It's not denied. So maybe we'll find out as the season goes along. But she said that she's never had a relationship with a woman like this before where she constantly pokes fun at Kyle and Kyle is like, ha, ha, ha. And she said she teases me all the time. And she seems to like being teased by her. But if she were to be teased by one of the other women on the show, I don't think she would be amused at all. So that was interesting. And also an awkward moment between her and her husband. He went to kiss her and he kissed her. And I don't know, it was like a lingering kiss. And she's like, don't kiss me like that. I was like, oh. And he's like, I'll kiss you however I want. So I don't know. The kiss didn't look weird to me. It's not like they were like making out or anything like that. But that was a little strange. Kind of foresighting maybe the issue or her feelings towards him right now, where she loves him because she's been with him so long, but maybe not in love with him anymore. So we got to see all that last night. So what do you think about last night's Real Housewives of Beverly Hills? Leave comments below, or what you think about the Golden Bachelor, or maybe who should be the next Golden Bachelorette. Don't forget to subscribe, like, hit the bell notification so you know when I upload, and I will see you next week. Bye. Thanks for watching.